Numa Pompilius became the second king of Rome in 716 BCE, following the dramatic and legendary reign of Romulus. Unlike his predecessor, who was a warrior and conqueror, Numa was known for his wisdom, piety, and dedication to peace. His rule marked a significant transition in the early history of Rome, shifting the focus from war and expansion to governance, religion, and lawmaking. Following the mysterious disappearance of Romulus, Rome experienced a period of interregnum during which the Senate ruled in turns. After much deliberation, the Senate selected Numa Pompilius as the new king, despite his initial reluctance. Numa was of Sabine origin and had a reputation for being deeply religious and just. His election was based on the belief that Rome needed a ruler who could temper the aggressive spirit of the Romans with wisdom and structure. One of Numa's first major contributions was the reformation of Rome's religious institutions. Recognizing that the city needed a strong spiritual foundation, he established numerous religious offices and priesthoods. Among his most notable achievements was the creation of the office of the Pontifex Maximus, the chief priest of Rome, who oversaw religious rites and maintained sacred law. This office would continue to hold immense influence in Roman society for centuries, even into the era of the Roman Empire. Another significant religious institution founded by Numa was the Vestal Virgins. This group of priestesses was tasked with maintaining the sacred fire of Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, which was believed to ensure the stability and security of Rome. The Vestal Virgins held a unique and revered status in Roman society, enjoying privileges that were otherwise rare for women in the ancient world. Numa also reorganized the priesthood of the Flamines, assigning them specific duties related to the worship of major deities such as Jupiter, Mars, and Quirinus. Additionally, he established the Salii, a priestly order dedicated to Mars, who performed ritualistic dances and ceremonies that were believed to protect Rome in times of war. Through these religious reforms, Numa reinforced the idea that Rome's success and stability depended on divine favor and proper religious observance. Another of Numa's significant contributions was the construction of the Temple of Janus, which played an essential role in Rome's state affairs. The doors of this temple were to be left open during times of war and closed during times of peace. Throughout Numa's reign, the doors remained closed, symbolizing his commitment to peace and diplomacy. This was in stark contrast to the nearly constant warfare that characterized Rome under Romulus and later kings. Numa's influence extended beyond religious matters into the realm of law and governance. He is credited with establishing many of Rome's earliest legal and civic structures. To promote justice and order, he introduced a series of laws aimed at reducing violence and ensuring social harmony. His laws covered aspects such as property rights, contracts, and family relationships, providing Rome with a foundational legal system that would evolve over time. A particularly innovative measure introduced by Numa was the division of Roman lands into districts, each overseen by local magistrates. This system helped organize the growing population of Rome and ensured that governance was more structured and efficient. Additionally, he sought to unite the diverse communities within Rome by promoting religious and cultural integration, incorporating Sabine traditions into Roman customs. Numa is also credited with reforming the Roman calendar, a crucial development that improved the organization of civic and religious life. Before his reign, Rome followed a calendar that was largely unstructured and based on lunar cycles, leading to inconsistencies in the timing of religious festivals and administrative events. Numa introduced a more systematic calendar, dividing the year into 12 months and adding January and February, which aligned the calendar more closely with the lunar cycles. This reform provided greater predictability for agricultural activities and religious observances, benefiting the entire Roman society. Despite his dedication to peace, Numa was not naive about the challenges facing Rome. He took several measures to ensure that Rome's military remained prepared, even in times of peace. While he himself avoided military campaigns, he understood that Rome needed a disciplined and well-structured army. He established strict guidelines for military service and training, ensuring that Rome's soldiers maintained their readiness without engaging in unnecessary conflicts. His approach to military matters was pragmatic, balancing Rome's need for defense with his overarching goal of peace. Numa's rule was also characterized by numerous legends that emphasized his wisdom and divine connection. One of the most famous stories involves his interactions with the nymph Egeria, who was believed to have provided him with counsel on matters of law and religion. According to legend, Numa would retreat into the sacred groves to seek Egeria's guidance, and she imparted wisdom that helped him shape Rome's institutions. Whether or not Egeria was a real figure, this myth reinforced the idea that Numa's reign was divinely inspired and that his laws and policies carried a sacred significance. Another legend attributes the introduction of sacred shields, known as the Ancilia, to Numa's reign. These shields were said to have fallen from the heavens as a divine gift, signifying Rome's favor with the gods. To protect these sacred relics, Numa appointed the Sali priests, who were tasked with guarding the shields and performing ceremonial dances during important religious festivals. The Ancilia became an important symbol of Rome's divine protection, and their presence in the city was believed to ensure its continued prosperity. Throughout his reign, Numa maintained diplomatic relations with neighboring tribes, further solidifying his reputation as a peace-loving king. Unlike Romulus, who expanded Rome's influence through conquest, Numa sought alliances through treaties and negotiations. His efforts helped prevent external conflicts and allowed Rome to focus on internal development. His policies contributed to a period of unprecedented stability, which laid the groundwork for Rome's future expansion under later kings. Numa's reign came to an end in 673 BCE, after ruling for 43 years. His death marked the conclusion of a peaceful and transformative era in Roman history. He was succeeded by Tullus Hostilius, who would take Rome in a very different direction, returning to the militaristic approach of Romulus. Despite the shift in leadership, Numa's legacy endured, particularly in Rome's religious traditions and legal frameworks. His contributions to Roman society had a lasting impact, influencing both the Republic and the Empire. The institutions he established, particularly the priesthoods and religious orders, remained integral to Roman life for centuries. His legal reforms provided a foundation for the development of Roman law, which would later be codified and expanded upon. Even in times of war, Rome would look back on Numa's reign as an ideal period of peace and wisdom. Numa Pompilius' reign is remembered not for conquests or military victories, but for the establishment of a structured and pious society. He demonstrated that leadership was not solely about warfare, but also about governance, justice, and spirituality. His ability to create lasting institutions while maintaining peace distinguished him as one of Rome's greatest early rulers. His reign remains a testament to the power of wisdom and diplomacy in shaping a civilization that would stand the test of time.